Hello, my name is Isabella Lent, and today I will be presenting my Johari Window exercise, discussing my perceptions, the adjectives that describe me, and how these relate to self concept and self esteem. In addition, I will explore how gender and culture influence these descriptors. First, let me briefly explain what the Johari Window is. The Johari Window is a communication model developed by Joseph Luft and Harrington Ingham in 1955. It was designed to help individuals understand their self awareness and how they are perceived by others. It consists of four quadrants, including arena, facade, blind spot, and the unknown. The arena contains traits known by myself and by others. The blind spot is known by others but not by me. The facade is known by me and not by others. And the unknown contains traits unknown to both me and others. For this exercise, I selected 5 adjectives to describe myself, including confident, trustworthy, caring, helpful, and warm. After sharing the link with 3 family and friends and collecting their feedback, we were able to complete the Johari window together. One of the adjectives that really surprised me that my friends and family picked was adaptable. I did not realize that others saw me in that way, which helped me reveal a blind spot in how I viewed myself. On the other hand, some adjectives I did expect were confident and trustworthy, and they aligned with how I see myself and how others saw me. What caught me off guard was that no one chose words like caring, helpful, or warm, even though I assumed that those would come up. Because I work in the healthcare field, I naturally thought that people would associate me with compassion and the desire to help others. Those qualities are such a big part of why I chose this profession. So it was a little surprising that they weren't reflected in the adjectives that the others picked for me. While many of the words that they chose were somewhat related, it still made me reflect on how I present myself to others, and how the assumptions, even positive ones, don't always match how we're perceived to those that are closest to us. Examining these results through lenses of gender and culture revealed some interesting insights. As noted in the course material, culture shapes communication styles and perception in profound ways, influencing which traits are highlighted or valued. For instance, because I was raised in a culture that encourages some activities like adjectives like empathetic and adaptable, they may reflect these cultural messages. Moreover, gender messages influence communication behaviors and self view. Women may be socialized to value relational and emotional expression, while men may be encouraged towards independence and directness. If an adjective such as thoughtful or quiet appeared, it might partially stem from the gendered expectations I internalized over time. When thinking about self concept and self esteem, it's important to understand what each one means. So, to explain super quick, self concept is made up of beliefs and perception a person holds about themselves. So, in other words, it answers the question, "Who am I?" Self esteem, on the other hand, is about how much value someone places on themselves and reflects their self confidence and self worth. The adjectives that came from my Johari window exercise gave me super helpful insight, some of which I confirmed how I felt about myself already, while others challenged that view. When others recognize my strength, it for sure boosts my immune system. My my self esteem, because it reinforces the positive image I hold about myself. As you can tell, I work in healthcare. At the same time, learning about traits I hadn't considered can lead to self reflection and personal growth. The mix of self discovery and feedback from others helps me better understand who I am and can build confidence by making me more aware of areas I hadn't noticed before. It also encourages me to open up to how others perceive me and reminds me that people may see qualities in me that I've overlooked or underestimated. In that way, this exercise not only supports my self awareness, but also helps shape how I want to continue developing as a person, both personally and professionally. In conclusion, completing the Johari Window exercise has deepened my awareness of how I am perceived and how my culture and gender have shaped these perceptions. It also helps me understand the intricate relationship between self concept and self esteem, highlighting the importance of the openness to feedback for building self awareness and interpersonal communication. I look forward to continuing my journey of self improvement and enhanced connection with others. Thank you so much.